Day 64 of streaming every day of the year for half an hour. Crazy. We're here. It's different. We're going to be walking this time because I need to get steps in. I haven't moved that much today. So we're here. It'll be a great time. We'll see who all shows up. We'll be here for about an hour. It'll be a fun time. I'll be very curious to see who shows up because it's quite early from the normal time. If you don't know, I usually stream about 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's about 5:30 right now. Otter, what's up, buddy? How you doing? It didn't even tell me you were here, but you commented, so cool. All right. What's up? How you doing? Say I crazy clothes, but not here. I know, Otter. It's weird, but I'm at a much different time than normal, so kind of expecting not too many of the normals to be here. But we'll see who all shows up. Probably meet some new people. It'll be a great time. What's going on with you? Hooky from work, just chill. Why are you playing hooky from work? What? Are you sick? Is that what's happening? Is that why you're doing that? If not, bro, what you doing? Why? Bill, I was kicked yesterday. Bill, you kept saying stuff that was I truly hope you are, Bill, but you kept saying stuff that was that could be very easily taken as not as offensive, so had to like cut it off for that night. I expect you on your best behavior, as you've said. If you say anything like it again, I'll kick you out again. So, just be mindful about what you say. Or no, just over the day, so took a half day off. Interesting. Okay, sorry, man. It's all good, Bill. I appreciate you coming back. Just be a little bit more careful, bro. Riley, yes, it is early, but I have rehearsal tonight. So, I got to get this in now. Oh, he's just understood he didn't mean it. I know he didn't mean it, but other people didn't. So that is why we just like got it out for the night. Gabe, what's up? Beyond, I'm not ignoring you. Gilbert, hello. Riley, why am I just walking around my room? Because I'm trying to get some steps in. I haven't moved that much today. Like the biggest thing I did today was I went to the dentist and I had to get a cavity filled. But I looked at my like step count and I was at less than 3,000 steps for the day. And I have rehearsal tonight, so I'm not going to be doing that much because it's a vocal rehearsal. So that's why I'm walking around my room, trying to get somewhat more active. Emery, what's up? Juan, hello. Layden, greetings. Juan, you liked the video? Thank you, appreciate it. Vale, room tour? Nah, you're just getting the room tour from like this angle. That's about it. I ain't showing anything else. Beyond, you are not trying to say anything. Emery, I go live usually late at night. Why am I live at 5:30? I'm live at 5:30 because I have rehearsal tonight for a musical that I'm in, and I will not be able to do the live later. So that is why. It's 4:30 for you all. Just got home from your classes. Nice. Skylin, hello. Gabrielle, hello. No, sorry, Gabriella. My bad. Gilbert, I'm handsome. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Gabriella, what's going on? Well, we're right now. We all just kind of hang out. I'm live streaming because I made a commitment to myself to live stream for at least half an hour every single day of 2026. So far, I have not missed. And yeah, that's what's going on. Not too much else right now. We're just going to keep that figure. Don't judge. Hey, what can we say? Eduardo, no, I would not. Gotta get them steps. Exactly, Bill. Olivia, hello. Apparently, your two teachers recommended you for European history and English testing. Professional? Same it's a few weeks after your interview, though. What does that mean? What I don't know what that means, Riley. All right. Oh, that's so cool. Well, thank you. You say the 100 times? No, Eduardo. Why do you want me to do that? Nikki, hello. Olivia, welcome back, Olivia. You haven't been here in a while. Chaitanya, what's up, man? What's up? How we doing? Pixel, thank you for the jewels. I appreciate it. Bill, how many rehearsals have we had so far? So far the rehearsals that we've had were I think we've had at least 10 roughly because we have 2 a week and they're on Tuesday and Thursday. So I think we've had about 10 off a rough guess. Olivia, okay. King, what's up? How we doing? Sophia, hi, how are you? These tests are done by state, so you're testing your European history and English against your state. Oh, okay. I checked out rates to go both Paris and Greece as an add-on to London. Wait, when did I say I was leaving the country? Because that never happened. What are you talking about, Otter? Sophia, hi. Completing steps, right? Yes, we're completing steps, or at least working on getting more steps. I was at less than 3,000 when I started this, and that's abysmal. So, I gotta figure that out. Girlfriend. All right, Olivia. Bill, how many more do I have left? I'm not sure, but all I know is we're going until May. So, 4, 8, 16, maybe 20 or around 20, counting tonight. Right? You said you wanted Angel to Greece and other places. You all were talking about that. I said that if I had to choose between Paris or Greece, I would pick Greece because of my aunt, since she's from there. I never said I was going with you. Otter, no, you were trying to decide yesterday where to go, decide on both. Oh, okay. Nice. Very cool. Vale, what's up? What do I think about the E-Zone 98 for one-hand backhand? Asking just to know. I think the E-Zone with the one-hand backhand, it can do well. I think that it because it's a little bit of a thicker frame, just aerodynamically, it's going to be a little bit hard compared to some of the other frames that typically work for it. But you can still use it. You just have to be able to whip the racket around a little bit faster on the ball. Vale, did you watch my video I did about rackets that would typically work well for a one-handed backhand? Because if not, that may be something to watch if you're really trying to find rackets or types of rackets that would do well for that specific stroke in tennis. Riley, you gonna get your dress tailored tomorrow? Nice. Bill, get a treadmill, watch TV, and walk. It's good that. See, Bill, the thing is, I absolutely just despise the treadmill. Like, I understand the purpose of it. But I absolutely hate it because I don't like just walking in the same place. Like, I don't like my body staying stationary if I'm trying to walk. I know I'm walking around my room. I'm doing the same exact thing I'm doing. To most people, that's stupid. But to me, I would rather be doing this because my body's actually moving somewhere than just be on a treadmill and be stuck in like the same position. But that's just me. Riley, probably won't be on your lives next weekend because that's when you got your convention where you do art competition. All good, Riley. Good luck with the competition. We're all rooting for you. Keep it up. Bill, I'm pretty sure you did watch that, but you've watched so much tennis racket YouTube recently, you can't remember everything. That's fair, dude. Like I've gone down that rabbit hole many times. It's a lot, dude. Are you gonna be staying in one stop away from Wimbledon when in London? Extra court? Wave at it for you. All right, Otter. Sounds good. Liam, hello. So I have two super parents focus on the TV show. But I don't really watch TV though. So it's just like I don't know, dude. Maybe one day I'll try it, but we'll see. Liam, greetings. Knock him dead, rightly. Exactly. Shikobets typically looked down upon. That's crazy. Yeah, don't do that. Oh. And forgive me if my voice sounds weird or if you see my mouth make weird movements. I got a cavity filled earlier and my mouth is still a little bit numb. So I'm trying to work through that. Right, but it is for winning. Nice. Chaitanya, congrats on 3K, man. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I finally crossed the 3K mark. I was like, oh, sweet, I did it. And then with that, I went to go get ice cream by myself because I was like, this is my little treat for. This was my little treat for crossing 3,000. I was like, yeah. Please stop spamming. Watching TV is a good habit. Don't change. It's all mind rot. Otter, I think it depends on like what you're watching on TV, but most of the stuff, yes. However, I won't say I am above anything like that because I may not be watching TV, but I am notorious right now at just letting social media take up my time. So what I normally would have watched as a TV as a child has now transferred to the stuff on my phone. So not necessarily the better trade, but it's still there. Bill, will I be live later? I will not be. This is the live for today. So I'll be here until about 6:30. So that gives about a little less than an hour left from where we are. And then that'll be it from me today. Doctor, hello, how are you? Chaitanya studio tour. I mean, it's kind of, I guess, but you're only getting the ceiling. I'm not really showing much anything else. Bill, what ice cream? Mint chocolate chip? No, not mint chocolate chip. It was two different scoops. I got them in a cup. One of them was a scoop of cotton candy ice cream. Another one was a scoop of Superman ice cream. Those two. Those are usually my go-tos. There's only one other ice cream I've ever had, and it's besides those two. And I'm pretty sure for those of you that have been here before, you could probably very easily guess what that is. Right. Brandon got a new artist suggestion. You and your family could adhere to all of their albums and songs. What are you talking about? What artist? There's the Stray Kid reference for anyone that is playing Stream Bingo. Worst mind rot. But I'm guilty of that too. Yep. There's a lot of people that say stiff rackets are bad for your arm. Then there's a small group of people that say it's the opposite. What do I think? Vale, I think that the stiffer the racket, the more chance that tennis elbow can that I think that the stiffer the racket is, the more chance tennis elbow has to be prevalent. Now, this also has to take into effect like the physicality of the player using the racket, but from my experience, majority of these stiffer frames, unless they have a dampening technology in them, like the Slinko Blackout V2 that has foam in it, unless there's something in there like that in a very stiff frame, then it is very, very hard on the arm and has the potential to more likely cause tennis elbow. Now, this is especially true if whoever is using the racket does not have proper form and technique. If someone does have proper form and technique, they can get away with using a more stiff racket because they are hitting in the sweet spot and it's not as harsh on them. However, That's not most people. So I would say majority of stiffer rackets are not as easy on the arm for people, and they are going to be lean towards the bad for them because of the technique they're using, as well as depending upon what their physicality actually is. That is what I would say about that. Glad I'm not guilty of that. Oh, nice. It's Superman ice cream. Bill, I don't really know what it is. I just know it is pink, blue, and yellow. That is it. No name. What are you talking about? Isaiah? I don't know. Otter, you're very fond of pistachio ice cream, but that's you. Nice. Harry Styles said y'all listen to. Yeah, no, the three of us. We would not listen to Harry Styles. I don't think any of the three of us would want to do that. Lily, what's up? How are we doing? Really love chocolate ice cream, but chocolate ice cream does not love you. Oh, I respect your stance for refuse to acknowledge any other ice cream if it's not mint. Cheyenne, what's the language in which you think, despite in what you speak? Chaitanya, I speak and think in English. Like am not. I do not have another language that I am fluent in, so English is it for me. I'm all tennis elbow, tennis knee, tennis back. Well, okay. Tomo? I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but hello, how are you? Screw out your school. It's great. She knows I like her, so what I do. Hungry, I think you're in sixth grade. I think you just have to ask her out on a date, dude. She already knows it, so might as well ask. Do you think they have an energy drink ice cream? They might, but I'm not gonna try it if they do. You can go right ahead though, Bill. Brand, does hitting a backhand make tennis elbow worse, or is it from hitting any type of tennis shot? I would say it's from hitting any type of tennis shot, especially if you're hitting it with bad form. Like bad form, no matter what you hit it with, no matter what shot you hit, is going to cause tennis elbow way more than just a basic stroke. So form is the biggest thing, and then also the gear, like how stiff your racket is, the string you're using, how long the string's been in there, and just any other factor. Form is one of the biggest like fixes. If you can fix your form to where you're hitting it correctly, then you can get away with having more dead string, stiffer racket, or string that's not, or string that's even stiffer than what you probably should be using. Right, ask her out. What else before with sharing? Does you like her? Pete Head Radical, Head MP Radical 2023 versus 2025. Have I tried both? I have tried both. I really didn't get too much of a difference out of them. They were basically almost the exact same thing for me. So like the new Auxetic 2.0 in the 2025, it's a little bit more, to me it was a little bit more muted. Like I did not get as much feel with it. But if you want to change that and you want to get about the same feel as the 2023, then and this is from the head rep who worked for them. He just said up your tension by about 2 pounds from what you're using, and you'll get almost the exact same feel as the 2023 version. So I really didn't feel too much of a big difference with it. They all played very, very similar. That's what I got. Y'all recover things like that. Crazy. Give me a chance to have a concert from me. Chaitanya, you want a concert from me? What do you mean by a concert? Dad knows my dad, though. What about it, Hungry? Bill and chocolate chip is also nice. Where are you walking to? I am walking to get steps. That is where I'm walking to. I am quite literally just doing this as exercise. And I figured I might as well do it on the live stream so that way I can get it in rather than wait forever and not do it tonight. Albin, greetings. Pistachios and nut, right? So still do it. Don't overcomplicate it. Right. Bad form is all you've got. You can fix that, Otter. Bad form can be fixed. Don't you worry. Says she's not. What? Hungry? She says no. Move on to the next girl. And amazing. Thank you. You're welcome, Pete. So it's like a peanut butter ice cream? What? Now you get a 25 plus father. 6th grade. You're thinking it. Chaitanya, can we see you in Olympics by any chance? Because League of Tennis. Chaitanya, no, I will not be in the Olympics. I do not play tennis at a professional level. Pete, thoughts on grapple snake strings? I've only tried Tour M8, so I haven't got to try too many of them. I like Tour M8. I thought it was good. I actually have it in one of my rackets right now, and I need to make my review on it. But it did well. It was not as harsh on my arm as Babolat RPM Blast was, even though it has the same amount of sides. I would say it was kind of more like Babolat RPM Team if you've ever played with RPM Team. It's very similar to RPM Blast, but it's a little bit easier on the arm. It maintains tension a little bit better. And I feel like the feel on it was about the same as RPM Team compared to RPM Blast, whereas Blast is a little bit more dead feeling. I felt like Grapple Snake Tour M8 had a little bit more response to it and just kind of like lasted a little bit longer than RPM Blast does normally. So I was a fan of Tour M8. I just haven't talked that much about it because I've only tried the one grapple snake string, but it was good because I think it's also not nearly as expensive as RPM Blast 2. Fail. If there's strings you've noticed you got no control on your volleys right now. You're using dead poly strings. The ball would just die on a volley when hit the string bed. Who would have guessed? No, nothing like a peanut butter. Right now, it feels like your racket is a trampoline on volleys. Doesn't help, but you don't have very good volleying form. Well, so you got two things working against you there, Vale. Okay. That's gonna kind of like be hard to fix, I must say. Peanut butter and no other sentence after. Bill, peanut butter is pretty great. I gotta say. Almost fell. Right, you're also kind of tired. You need to eat dinner soon. I need to eat, then pass out. So, suggested for dinner, there's margarita pizza rolls, ramen noodles, and Hot Pockets. I don't think I'm the person to ask, so I don't know. I've never had any of those things, I think. Yeah. I've never had any of those things, so I'm not here to answer that question, right? Pizza, quick, easy, done. Right? You hate volleyball, sprain your ankle by playing volleyball against the wall. Your left-handed ball is flying on your right. Try to move, but your feet didn't want to. Then pop. Ooh, that's not good. I wouldn't have it. Anyways, have an awesome day and night, folks. Bill, have an awesome day and night to you as well. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you being on your best behavior, as you said, man. It really means a lot. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Pete, E-Zone 98 versus Radical 2023. Is the E-Zone way more power? Mads, thank you for the jewels. I appreciate this. I appreciate them. But Pete, E-Zone 98 versus Radical 2023. Yes, I would say that the E-Zone is way more power, especially if you compare it to the new version, the 2025 that just came out. They thickened the beam on that racket, so even if you compare the 98 to the 98, in my experience, you get much more power from the E-Zone, whereas in the old version, 2022 of the E-Zone, the Gen 7, that one had a lot more feel. It had a lot more control to it. Still more power than the Radical, but now with the 2025, because it's a thicker beam, they added the middle and dampening technology into it as well. It is even more powerful, but it has less feel to it than the Radical does, in my opinion. So if you want the more power, E-Zone, by all means. If you want a little bit more feel, and a little bit more control, that's where I think the Radical kind of edges out the E-Zone by a little bit. Elijah, what does that mean? Safe to say that wall one, hated walls since. Lost to a wall. Riley, every single tennis player has lost to a wall. So don't you worry. Not alone. Elijah, no. Conal? I'm sorry if I said that wrong, but hi, how are you? Elijah, I'm fine. As I've said, stop calling me that. You always say you haven't eaten certain foods. What's your diet like? Saying you didn't care much about food. That is correct, Vale. My current diet is not a lot. Like, the only thing I drink is water, and majority of the time, I'm probably eating chicken. That's about it. Besides that, there's not usually much else going on. I'm gonna be honest. Gamer, what's up? A-Town, what we talking about? So A-Town, typically, what we're typically talking about here is tennis, specifically tennis gear, like tennis racket, shoes, strings, anything like that. That's usually my little area of expertise, just because I've worked at a tennis store for about the last 8+ years. And so I'm here to help answer any questions that may come up. However, not everyone wants to talk about tennis all the time. And I understand that. I get it. Don't you worry. So when we're not doing that, we all just kind of hang out and talk about nearly whatever. That's about it, man. Not much else. Riley, however, you do shoot the basketball into the basket and made it by throwing it backwards across the entire court. Always been proud since. Nice. Congrats. Elijah, I'm fine. What's going on? Tony. Stringing a new Wilson 100X now with Grabblesnake M8. The olive color looks good in it. The olive color does look good, I will say. Grabblesnake did good with that. Tim, my lips are chapped. That is correct. It's because I'm on a medicine that completely dries out my entire skin, and I have not been able to put my chapstick on yet. So yes, it is very chapped. I'm very well aware. Boring? Then leave, dude. Why would you stay somewhere where you're bored? Pete, love to swing hard when attacking sometimes, thinking maybe the Racket 23 will let you swing hard without sailing the ball. What are you using now, Pete? Like, what racket are you using, and what string are you using? Because you might just be able to keep your current racket and just change the string. But if you're already using if you're not using a control racket, then maybe switching to a new one would be the right option. But I would need to know that first. I would lose the previous co-host. Your tennis skills are horrible. That's crazy. You're boring. Then leave, Tim. Elijah, you can't call me that either. I don't appreciate it. I've told you to stop many times. If you continue to do it, I will just kick you out. I have that power. Jay, best 2 or 3 upgrade options in your opinion coming from the Extreme Tour MP 360 Graphene. Looking for something a little easier on the arm. If you're looking for easier on the arm, there are upgrades, but I don't think it's going to be to the level that you want it to be, GA. Besides being easy on the arm, what are you wanting the new racket to help you with? Because the Extreme Tour is a 98 head size. It is a little bit heavier. It is going to be more of a spin-oriented racket. What else do you want the new racket to help you with besides just being a little bit more comfortable for you? Because that is going to be the kind of big thing. It's just figuring out how we can get the other racket to help you be comfortable, but also still maintain the level of play that you want it to. So if you could tell me that, GA, I could probably point you in the right direction. Tim, sorry. It's all good. If you put on chapstick, I'll drink water. Fair trade. We'll see. Louise, hi, how are you? Radical 2021 Lynx 16 gauge. Okay. Yeah, if you're already using the Radical, then I don't think upgrading to the Radical 2023 is necessarily going to be that different. So if you're using Lynx right now, then you could probably just, depending upon what tension you use and your previous record of injury, if you use Lynx, then I would just say probably increase your tension by like 2 pounds. See how that does first, just so that way you can, use the same string you're already used to, just a little bit of a tighter tension to see if that works, gives you the control you want. But if you don't want to do that, then I think if you switch to a shaped polyester string, as long as you've not had tennis elbow or you are not really in effect to where a shaped string is potentially going to cause that for you, then if that's the case, if you can't go to a shape string, then maybe we look at a different racket. I don't think the Radical 2023 is going to be that different from your 2021. So I think it's more of a string change right now than it is necessarily a racket change. At least to start with, who was it? At least to start with, Pete. And then if the string change doesn't work, then we start talking about rackets. Does that make sense? Jay, you've tried all strings and tensions. What was it? Jay, what was your thing? I don't remember. Okay. You tried all strings and tension. Okay. And you're still in for different. Okay, cool. Then let me get to your next comment, and I'll see. Right, a lot more tennis questions. Dalo, I'm gonna leave and find out through later. Bye. Sounds good, Riley. Have a great rest of your night. Thanks for stopping by. Jay, want to keep the size 98. Want to keep spin, generate a bit more power. Well, here's what I'm thinking. If you're wanting to keep the 98 and you're wanting to keep spin, I think keeping the spin is going to be probably the issue, just because most of the other spin frames that are at the same spec compared to the Head Extreme Tour, they're not designed to be as spin friendly. But some of them can be a little bit more powerful. So, a few that you may want to look into. One, GA, is the Solinco Whiteout 305. The reason I say that was because it is a little bit more powerful, but the new version of it, the version 2, it has foam in it, so that's going to be a little bit more comfortable on your arm. It's probably not going to have as much spin as your Extreme, but it is going to be that more comfortable feel. Number 2, the Technofiber T-Fight 300S. The 300S is the 98 version, 16 by 19, just like your racket. A little bit more comfortable because it has foam in it as well. So I'd say that would probably be the one to try. Probably again, not as much spin as your Extreme, but it is something different to actually go out there and try for. And then number 3, because usually most tennis racket companies, if you're going to demo rackets, you can usually take up to 3 at one time. The third one I would say is probably going to be the Yonex V-Core 98. The V-Core 98, that's probably going to be the one that has the chance to be a little bit harder on the arm because it doesn't have that extra dampening of the foam in it. But it is going to be a more spin-oriented racket like your Extreme Tour is. So that way you have one that's very similar to your Extreme Tour, and then 2 other rackets that are a little bit more different and help accomplish a little bit of a different goal. So, GA, I would say those 3 probably just to try for this specific scenario. And if you have any more questions, let me know. Vale, also about your current strength. Feel amazing when they're just strung. Measure them at 53, but you already felt you could get more control. Guess new strings just feel better regardless. Yes, new strings feel better regardless of whatever it is, no matter what. Janito, what's up, buddy? Riley, having to swing to the max for the ball to consistently get deep shots. Yeah, I would say try the 3 I mentioned, GA. Probably will help out, but demo them first. Don't ever just buy it and then go from there. She was just about to go. Well, yeah, you're tempted to go for more than 55 next time you restring. Vale, you could, but if you're still using multi, I probably wouldn't go past 56 because you're already jumping from 53. So if you wanted to, you could, but I would just be careful how tight you do go. Because once you start getting into the upper 50s, even if you're using multi-filaments, it can still start to be a little bit harder on you. So just be careful. I'd say if you're going to make a bigger jump to 55, I probably wouldn't go past 56 just from where you're at currently until you try it and you're like, I still want more control. And then if you're like that and your arm's okay, then it's like, okay, fine, go for it. Go up to like 58 or something. Right, but you are gonna test against your state and European English testings. Nice. Pete, so helpful, brother. Thank you. I got you, Pete. Happy to help. Let me know how it goes. All good, Riley. Gonna run to the store anyway. Nice. Laura, hello. How are you? From 9. Oh, there. And others' opinion, you're seeing the Aero 98 and the V Core. GA, the reason I didn't say the pure Aero 98 is specifically because it's the 16 by 20 string pattern. That is more similar to your Extreme Tour, but it's not going to be as power focused because it has the extra cross string that's designed to help give you a little bit more control. All the rackets I mentioned, they all have the 16 by 19 string pattern like the Extreme Tour that you currently have. So that's why I said those first. If you want to do the Aero, by all means do the Aero. But it just depends on which one you want to switch out. Because usually you can only take 3 at once. Vince, be ready with another early stream? Yes, Vince. Another early stream. Got to get it in. So yeah, that's why we're here. Kenta, welcome back, bro. Do I think you should go back to round poly to get better slice? Why would you go back to round poly to get better slice? Have you physically felt or seen that you get better slice from a round polyester? One thing you felt was new strings felt less forgiving. Maybe it's the tension or something else. You have to break them in. Yes, you do have to break in new tennis string. There's always a little bit of a break-in period that most people don't normally talk about because they're just like, oh, they don't necessarily know that it's a thing. But nearly every single string has a break-in period no matter what strings you do try. Vince, yo, Brody, tried the Persip 97D last night. Jeez. The 18 by 20, it's heavy, but so much control. Yeah, a lot of control. That thing is a beast of a stick. That thing is rough to play with for a full match, dude. A lot of control, but it's so heavy. Ken say you're asking for your V-Core 100L and your EGA Tempo 298. Okay. Yeah, I would say if you've seen or you felt that you got better slice using a round poly, go for it. If not, just use a shaped one, and then just try a few different ones. Angel, it's you, the one, the only. Yeah, what's up? Where am I? I'm in my room. I'm in the same place. I'm just not sitting in my chair. I'm walking around trying to get some steps in because when I started this live stream, I had less than 3,000 steps today, and that was abysmal. It was disappointing. So we're doing this now. Vince, I'm not used to be ready without orange specs. I know, Vince, but it's early enough to where I don't have to wear them for this. It's crazy, right? GA, got it. Thanks, man. Got you, bro. Let me know how it goes. Smokey, what's up? Angel, so what? Kenta, do I think Kirschbaum Super Smash Orange is a pass? I don't know. If you want to try it, try it. I don't care what you try. Especially since it's a little on the cheaper side, I don't think it's a bad idea to try it, but you just have to think, do I really want to try this, or are you just trying it for no reason? Ginto, hi. Max, greetings. How are you? What's up? Vale, you're going to keep that in mind. Guess you're better off testing 55, like there's no hurry to go tighter. Exactly. But you don't want to run the risk of going too tight, Vale, and then potentially hurting yourself. So that's why I usually like to just inch people up by 2-pound increments each time if we are trying to test tension, because to me that has been more effective whenever I'm helping someone, just to not be so much of a difference in change that they either have to change their game or they have to just hope that it doesn't cause arm issues. Smoky teapot? What teapot? Angel Brody pacing back and forth. That is correct. Got to get my steps in. Derek, Brody on the move. Yes, we're on the move tonight. We're staying in the same place, but we're on the move. Scott, Vince, nah, shape poly is what I live by. Hexagonal and rougher texture is the best for you. Nice. What string you using then, Vince? Angela, hi, Taylor. What's up, Charlie? How are you doing? Angel, guess who texted you? Prince Charming. He was he was apologizing for something. That was hilarious. Vince, oh, you're walking in a circle. I was gonna say that's a lot of ceiling fans. Yeah, no, I'm just randomly streaming in the middle of an IKEA, dude. You're like, hey, look, it's another fan. It's another one. Hey, look, it's the same one. That'd be hilarious. They're just randomly live streaming in an IKEA. It's like, why are you there? I would never. You'd probably never catch me in an IKEA. Chaitanya, have I ever been to or seen cricket? I have seen cricket. I've never been to a cricket. I've never played, but I have seen it. I don't know anything else about it. Angel rehearsal today. You know it. That's why we doing the live stream now. Getting it in. Beer's on point. Thanks, Derek. Appreciate it. Jay, you grew up using size 4 grip. You feel like this could also contribute to arm exhaustion, but it's always between the correct size based off the index finger space. So I probably go down to a 3. Yeah. Jay, if you're in between grips, I usually recommend going down the smaller size because it's a way easier to make a grip bigger than it is to make a grip smaller. So if you're really in between, or you feel like that your racket handle is just a little bit too big because you're using a 4 and that's what you've always used, the 3 is going to take a little bit of time to get adjusted to. But you slap an overgrip on that thing, you're right in between a 3 and a 4, should probably be fine. And if you really want to make it bigger, you slap 2 overgrips on that thing, and you're good. Chaitanya, you only know Djokovic in tennis, and I don't know about anything about the tennis. That's all good, Chaitanya. It's all good, man. The fact that you know Djokovic means you know something about tennis, as you said. So it's all good, bro. Most of the people that come to these live streams don't really care about tennis, so it's all good. GA, which is more normal, I know. Rehearsal for what? GA, rehearsal for a musical that I am in. I am performing in the Broadway, well, not on Broadway. I'm performing in a community theater's production of the full-length Broadway version of Frozen. And so I have rehearsal for that tonight. Vince, MSV Focus Hex 17. Okay. I don't think I've got to try that one yet. What do you think about it? Wish he needs to apologize. He's so rude. Okay. But no, Drew finally texted. Did he? What did he say? If you know, hi, Brody. Hope you're doing well. Thank you. If you know, I hope you're doing well too. How's it going? And should you get lost in IKEAs? That's crazy. Even 2-in-1 room is a lot, though. You love ceiling fans. Derek, you're starting to sound like Jonathan. If you've been here when Jonathan shows up, his username is quite literally, I think, like ceiling fan something. It's hilarious. And Julie love tennis. You and Brody both in a Disney musical. Yup. It's crazy. I'm a Batman and a cricket one. Okay, nice. How is that crazy? I don't remember what we're talking about, Angel. What is crazy? I forgot. But oh, my glasses. They fell. I don't know. We just talked for a bit. Nice. Oh, why you want to know? Silver? Yeah. I could feel it. I needed to. Bill, welcome back. You've returned. Yeah, the fact you get lost in IKEA. Oh, yeah. How do you get lost? The floor literally tells you where to go. It's literally a straight line. How do you get lost in an IKEA? You know, how's that crazy? You rehearse. They are big. The floor tells you where to go. You never can be lost because it tells you how to leave. What do you mean? This people have confidence issues for Abdul. What's up, Abdul? By the way, it's day 72. Ask for those glasses. That's crazy, Abdul. But hey, the thing is, you ain't getting them because you know why? They're right here. These are in my hands. You ain't getting them, bro. These are mine. Well, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Phantom, room tour, please. Do a room tour. Nah, dude. The only room tour you're gonna get is seeing the ceiling of my room. That's it. To be honest, he's got a point. See, Bill's with me. He knows. There's no possible way you should be able to get locked into an IKEA or like lost in an IKEA. I'll accept those glasses as a wedding gift. No, you won't. They are mine. Get your own pair. Phantom Law, exactly. My IKEA does not have it. Y'all are rude. Uh-huh. Sure. Sure we are. You have never been this close to the ceiling. You've never been this close to the ceiling? How tall are you, Phoenix? What's up? You have like 4 room fans, dude? No, I actually have 2. You can see both of them right now. I mean, yeah, wait. Boom. 2. It doesn't. Sure. IKEA doesn't have it. I guess. Phantom, I am not 6'4". I never reached the coveted 6 foot. Vanessa, hello. Phoenix. What's up, Phoenix? You not want to say how tall you are? Now I don't know what to think. Phantom, nice. Rap, how am I being rude? I'll go to IKEA right now and show y'all. I'll call Bill and show y'all. Y'all are interesting. 12, how do I look like a toothbrush? What kind of toothbrush are you using that looks like me? Phoenix, you're like 5'2 and a half. Okay. That's not bad. I got a nice sneak of the room. You did. A little bit. Bill, you're on this situation. Fair. How are you taller than me? Angel, you're not as tall. You're less tall than 5'2 and a half. Ceiling is leaking. Casey, it might have leaked many, many moons ago, but it's just old stains now. It's not actually leaking anymore. I am not 7 foot, no. Barry B stressing you out. How I'm walking around the room. Why is me walking around my room stressing you out, bro? I'm just walking. I'm just trying to get help. I'm just trying to be healthy, dude. Good luck with Frozen, bro. Thanks, GA. Appreciate it. Angel, you're 5'1". Nice. What do I do for work? I work at a tennis retail store. And that's it. Not much else. And I do YouTube here on the side. It's okay, there's shorter people out there. Crazy. Angel, you've been that way since high school? Okay. Bill's 3'2". Insane. Good. Hope you're staying true. What, Casey? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we good. Ed, walking circles? That is correct. I'm walking in circles because I'd rather not walk on a treadmill. 12, you're getting dizzy. I mean, you could just listen if me walking how I'm walking is making you dizzy. Bill, or 3'3" in heels, okay. Chaitanya, you're 5'7". Gotcha. Bill's a small person. That's wild. Yeah. That's political correct. You don't have any aspirations of owning a store or some kind of business? Vale, I have some. I have had some aspirations of owning my own business. That's kind of what YouTube can turn into. I think that would be very cool. I have no aspiration to own or run the store I'm currently working at. I'm very happy, very grateful that I am working there, but I have no inclination to ever want to run that place or anything like that. Yeah, and you stop them also getting dizzy. Dwarf from Snow White. Warming up for hard questions. Dude, so you know how you've been sick. Yeah? What about it? What's been going on? It's a real pick of this angel. One what? What? Jeez. I'm surprised at how I'm surprised at how consistently I've been able to make it to the bottom of chat doing this. But hey, it works. It works. Yeah. I really hope that my phone has been counting my steps because it's been in my hand the whole time like this. If not, I'm gonna be a little bit sad, but I'll know that I did it. Sora, what are you talking about? You should try going to school today and you had to leave in the middle of a recording to be sick twice in rehearsal. Ew. I'm sorry. That's not good. Why are you guys recording it? I've never heard of a band recording their own music. At least in high school. Gex, greetings. How are we doing? Yeah, I don't know. We've been recording like every week. Nice. You guys like my dragon? He just kind of hangs out. My sister made him. So I'm weird. You're probably already counting your steps. Don't worry. Maybe, Phantom. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. Think you love him. Nice. Gex, early today? Yes, I am early today, Gex. I have rehearsal tonight for the musical that I'm in, so I had to get this here. I had to get this done early. So, here we are. Vale, your watch count the amounts of steps when you play tennis. I guess it counts the arm movement as steps. Yeah, my friend was telling me that I work with because he strings tennis rackets at our store and he wears I think his Apple Watch and when he's stringing and as he's weaving the strings through the racket, it counts that as steps for him. He's just like I didn't actually move. He's like that's one of the few things he doesn't like about his Apple Watch. Bill band have rehearsal. It was even more fun than the gig, to be honest. I mean, sometimes, yeah, because rehearsal, you can be a little bit more laid back. You can mess around a little bit more. Once you're at that gig, you have to be doing it. Like, you have to be locked in. Gex, did I see the family tree on school? I saw it briefly. I didn't take too much time to actually examine it, but we'll see. We'll see it. I'll probably see it again and be like, what are these people doing? Like, how does this make sense? But we'll figure it out. Should I tell you what's the time there in the U.S.? For me, currently the time is 6:20 p.m. I'm on Eastern Standard Time, so I'm not. I'm probably the. I think they say I'm the latest in the U.S. because the U.S. has 4 time zones. So the earliest it can be in the U.S. right now is 3:20 p.m. The latest where I'm at is 6:20 p.m. Thanks, dude. You missed so many important rehearsals this week. Well, girl, you can't help it if you're sick. You can't really do too much about that. There's not much that they can't say, "Oh, you're not no, you weren't sick," especially when they could hear you. Phantom, I should do jumping jacks. I probably should to work on like stamina, but I'm not going to do that right now. Guys, you're surprised that they really do it? What do you mean? What do you mean, Gex? That they really do what? Vale, for your time zone, this time for live streams is way better. Vale, what time zone are you in? Chaitanya, is this the real pick of Angel Man? Why do you want to know, Chaitanya? Thanks. I know it feels evil, though. It's not evil. You're sick. Danny, what's up? How we doing? Jerry, no, I'm not going to do that. GMT -3 Brazil time. So you're from Brazil? Is that what Brasilia time is? I honestly don't know. I'm just making sure. Gex, you meant the family tree? Oh. Yeah, I was surprised that they actually tried to like map it out too. But they said they would, so they did it. Jerry Greens. Dan, you're good, just tired. Fair enough. I'm glad that you're doing good. Fizz, no, I do not. 2 hours earlier than you. You're from Brazil. Nice. Sometimes 3 hours of daylight savings. That's fair. That's okay. Cool. Where in Brazil are you? If you want to say, you don't have to. Your head looks awfully close to the fan when you walk by it. Does it? That's weird. Bill, what do you mean? I found another stalker. Did you? Guess you lived a horrible night yesterday. What happened? You're from Germany but live in the UK now. Nice, Danny. Very cool. What are you doing in the UK? Just move there just cause? The very, very south. Okay. Gotcha. Ezio, what's up? How we doing? Gex, Ezio, hey Angel. Dan, and last night you heard sheep. Turns out sheep were walking around outside. Sheep just randomly walking around where you live, Danny? That's crazy. Do you live on a farm? Is that why? Yeah. Hi, Angel. How are you guys? Hi, Gex. If I know, you're looking very handsome today, right? Well, thank you. I appreciate it if you know. William, greetings, sir. How are you? I know it is very early for you. How are you doing? Bro, sheep are so cute. It is a sheep. All right. Well, do you fast for Ramadan? Phantom, are you asking me? No, I don't live on a farm. Farm is near me, but the sheep got out. Okay. Yes, they are. Oh, sheep for real. William, it's your birthday? Happy birthday, William. Bro, that's awesome. Congratulations. Happy birthday. Joe, happy birthday. The sheep are safe and okay. All right, Danny. Birthday. Gex. Last night, a drone strike bombed a car on the highway just 3 kilometers from your house. Jeez, Gex. Yeah, that's scary, dude. I'm glad you're okay. That's insane, bro. Jeez. Danny, happy birthday. So sometimes you feel bad for slaughtering that. Okay. She survived another year. Gotta go. Have a good day or night. Bye, everyone. Bye, Danny. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. She's just a loaf of milk. What? It's 4:50 a.m. in India. Okay, Chaitanya. I did not know that, but cool. Danny, bye. William, thank you, Brody, Angel, and Layla. We got you, bro. Angel, where did Bill and Janito go? Layla is not here. Bill and Janito, I don't know where Bill went, but Janito said he had to run to the store. I'm not entirely sure where Bill went. King, do I like the Atlanta Braves? Are they baseball? I don't know. I don't watch baseball or whatever sport they are. I just know that they're a sports team. So, not really. Gas and electricity is shut down for 2 days in the entire country. Is she here? And still, wait, Gex. If the electricity is shut down in the entire country for 2 days, why are you here? I mean, don't get me wrong. I appreciate you showing up. It means a lot. Wouldn't it be smarter though to like save your phone battery to talk with people that are near you, make sure everyone's okay? I mean, are you good? Like, Really? Bill, you got lost? Where'd you get lost? In IKEA? Yeah, how's it? First time here? Well, hello. How are you doing? Thanks for stopping by. From guys, here's Bill. How'd you get lost? Fritter, hello. What's up? Lol. How's it going? Unfortunately, you have a dance rehearsal to go to for your friend's dance. Go try not to die there. Have a great stream. Tell Kirby I say hi. Will do. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. You stay safe, Gax. Bye, Phoenix. Bye. Got distracted by a washing machine. Bang and bleed. Okay. Brody's. Probably has sun energy. People can get lost in IKEA. IKEA took me. People have it in their house. Oh, okay. Nice. I was not aware of that, Ezio. What happens? You're too drunk. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, Ezio, where I live, solar power isn't really like a big thing. So I didn't know like how it was globally. Bebob, you can subscribe. I would appreciate it if you do, but if you don't want to, I get it. Who's your pick to win? Indian Wells or in the final match? Bran, I honestly don't know. I haven't seen the draw just because I haven't officially looked at the tournament draw. But you almost can't deny Alcaraz and Sinner both being there. So like it's a Masters 1000. They're gonna give it their all. I think those two almost have it locked down, dude. Where am I heading? Am I walking in a circle? Yes, I'm just walking in a circle. I've been doing this the entire stream. It's mainly just for me to get my steps in because I started the stream and I was at less than 3,000 steps. And I was like, that's abysmal. And so that's why we're doing. But I do have to go here in the next few minutes because I have to get to rehearsal tonight. So we got about 4 minutes. And I got to dip, guys. Yes, bro. No to do around here, just sitting out. You have a huge area in your house, but other cities in the dark. Okay. Gotcha. Well, Gex, thank you for letting me know. I'm glad that you have a generator. That's awesome. And stay safe, bro. That's scary. Bill, your IKEA doesn't have signs. How do you know? I don't think you've been to IKEA since we've talked about this. I just see IKEA is confusing. Crystal, hello? What's this? John, what are you talking about? Safe guys, don't worry. Thanks. We got you, Gex. Neither, but in surrounding countries, they're very wide. Okay. Nice. The airport open, Gex. You have more. Bobby, no one cares. You've tried this before. It doesn't matter. See after work, check it out if you never hear from me again. I'm in IKEA. All right, Bill. Sounds good. Thanks. I want to play tennis, but none of your friends like tennis, so you're all alone. Well, Bebob, don't you worry. There's plenty of tennis people in the world. We got you. Goodbye. No, call me if you get lost. Give more. Yes, Angel. Online to people who don't care. How are you going to help Cindy? Just imagine you laughing at me. What? All right. Cool. Well, this has been fun. You're in Phoenix, Arizona. Nice, Bob. Bebob. That's cool. I may be out there later this year. That's crazy. I've navigated through many IKEAs, Bill. Okay. How many IKEAs have you gone to? I'll only laugh a little. Bro, you got me dizzy. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be healthy, bro. My bad. But well, bro, surprisingly, you've been to a lot of IKEAs. Okay. Yeah, talking about friends. I just started going to a new club and going there for at most 2 weeks, and today was the first time somebody invited you to play doubles before you just going to lessons. Nice, Vale. Well, peace and bees. See ya, Bill. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, Vale. Tennis people, you join a club. A lot of people will just be like, oh, they see you, they talk with you, they get to know you, they invite you to go play. It's a great time. It's a great place, the tennis club. IKEA is practical, but not the most beautiful. That's fair. Yeah, like 4 different IKEAs 2 days ago. Okay. My friends in Tennessee. I guess you just gotta show up and be at least slightly social. Pretty much. Just show up. You just show up. They see you, and they'll be like, "Hey, we need a fourth to play doubles with. Can you do it?" You're like, "Sure." And you just start talking with them, have a good time, and go for it. Miguel, hello. How are you? Live on Monday. Nice, Bill. Not much effort involved. Not really. All right, ladies and gents, we're at that time. I gotta get going. I have rehearsal to get to. So I'm gonna be ending it off here. Angel, if you saw, the shoes were there. You almost could have got them. You know, you live across the Cubs training stand. You see him play all the time. He's very. Are your goats? Nice. You have rehearsals month. All right. I'm now a complete Ezio. Nice, Ezio. Very cool. Oh, they know you. Cool. Good luck, bros. Shoes. Yeah, the shoes. The giant collection. But yes, kind of rehearsal. Bebob, I have rehearsal for a musical that I'm in. So tonight is a vocal rehearsal. Tuesday nights are when we do all of the blocking. We do all of the acting and everything like that. So tonight, I gotta go sing. So, that being said, that's it for me. Not Wicked. Frozen. But that's going to be it for me, all. I appreciate you all being here. It means a lot you took time out of your day to come hang out with me in the stream and hang out with everyone in the chat. It means a lot. And Miguel, yeah, hit me up next time. I'll be back again. The plan is to be here every single day for at least half an hour for all of 2026. Hopefully, I'll see you soon. So, that being said, thank you all for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you are in the world. Stay safe, and as always, take care.